No one really knows what we do until their toilet doesn't flush or their faucet doesn't have water. And that's pretty true. I worked on the water side for the city, and I can tell you that those folks every day are, taking water out of a very clean source, the North Umpqua, but they make it even cleaner. And then they make sure that all through the process, through the literally hundreds of miles of pipe, it stays safe and clean so that when you turn on the spigot, you have that water and you can trust it. On our side, once you're done with that water, we need to clean it up so that we're returning high-grade water back to the river. It is, in many cases with wastewater plants around the state, cleaner than the water you're putting into. You're not being a detriment to your community. You actually are a guardian of the safety and health of your community. And so between the water crews and the wastewater crews, they're really kind of the unsung heroes that ensure that, 24/7, 365, you can have those functions that you need. You have to have water, you have to have sanitation, and all that has to run just right. My name's Jim Baird. I'm the general manager for Roseburg Urban Sanitary Authority. We provide the wastewater services for the city of Roseburg and the urban growth boundary. So about 40,000 people use our service to clean and process the wastewater so it can safely be put back into the South Umpqua River. When I graduated, I was a good student, but my parents didn't really encourage me to go to college, and there wasn't any money, so I had a number of jobs over the next 5+ years. The last place I worked was for Lone Rock Timber, and then I worked in the reforestation crew. I had the opportunity as part of that to work with the surveyor, laying out roads. Really enjoyed that. Continued on, ended up logging right away and pushing snow to get to the logs, and I came home in December and told my wife there's got to be a better way to make a living. So we did some research. I went to UCC, found they had a civil engineering technology associates in science degree. It looked like it fit what I wanted to do, so my wife and I made a decision. I was going to go to school full-time, and we were going to live on her part-time income, which was not a lot. I worked all summer, went to school that fall, had a great experience, then decided I needed to really work in the industry in the summer versus flipping burgers or something else, so I found a job with the survey crew, which took me out of town all the time, which was not great because the finals week of my first year back, we're blessed with twin boys. So I missed one final, and I went in and asked the instructor, Kelly White, great guy, what if I don't take the final? He said, well, you got a really good grade right now, you got an A. I said, okay, if I don't take the final, what do I have? He says, well, a B. I said, okay, I've been up all night, I'll see you later. And he was, well, we'll reschedule it. No, I'm going to work, I'm fine with the B. I came back in the fall, ready to finish the second year. Had done a little bit with student government, and the advisor came to me and said, you should run for president. I go, I'm really busy, why would I do that? And he said, well, not that you should only do it for this, but it's free tuition. I said, sign me up. So I ran for a student body president, became student body president, finished out that year, ended up going back to the same survey company for about 4 months. And then a job opened at the city of Roseburg, and as an engineering technician, grade 2. And I was successful in getting that job. And the thing that UCC did, and it had done it for years, is it really produced a student that came in day one ready to do the work. They put me right out on inspecting projects and, doing construction notes and all the things you have to do in construction. And it gave me a hard hat and sent me out the next day. So that is what UCC is really good at, and they keep track of where as those needs change, right? So when I did it, we surveyed with these instruments that you had to measure with a laser, and now it's all GPS, right? So now they've moved on to that new technology, so they can hand the students that knowledge so they can be effective when they get out in the job market. So I am now the general manager here with a 2-year degree. Getting to where I am with a 2-year degree is not seen very much. Most of them are 4-year degree students. A lot of them are professional engineers. And I don't take anything away from those people, but what UCC did is set me up with the basics I needed and the kind of the ability to learn. All those skill sets have been built out of that core education and teaching you how to, be a problem solver and think and evaluate. Our industry, the water and wastewater industry, is going to have a lot of job openings in the next 5-10 years because we have a lot of people who look like me, which means we have a lot of people who are going to retire. This is a really, really good profession and career. It pays well. We have great benefits, every holiday known to man, right? Almost. And it's very rewarding. A certified worker in water or wastewater today, you're a commodity. You can go anywhere in the United States. I was just in a meeting on workforce development earlier in the week. There are 104 open water and wastewater positions in the state today. Nationwide, there's a huge amount opening. The breadth of jobs in the industry is so large now. Many of us are adding natural treatment processes to our system. We have an internationally awarded natural treatment system. And now you're getting into biologists and naturalists and all these other that you need to hire, because now you're really putting your water on a growing thing. You're kind of the farmer, right? So you kind of have to bring those folks in too. And some of the students will really probably enjoy that and working with the plants and with the water cycle. So yeah, it's a great rewarding field, and it has treated me really, really well. And I think it's going to treat everybody really well in the future. If you're interested in this profession, we have the training facilities at UCC for you to get the adequate training to advance you. There's plenty of jobs here. You can work right here. You can stay with your family, and you can enjoy the beautiful area of Douglas County as you grew up in, maybe, or moved to and have learned to appreciate it. So it's a great place to live. What's nice is you have an asset in UCC that can move you along that career path.